guys, welcome to Culture Shock, the definitive edition with new advanced particle effects. So yes, guys, welcome to Culture Shock. My name's Anthony.
And I'm John from Johnny Ethco.
And we're doing an episode. Yay. We're going to talk today about re-release games.
Yeah.
Re-release games is becoming a new plague on the industry. Not plague, but it has become a big thing that people do now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're making a profit doing it, you would think, right?
Well, definitely.
I mean, it's a way to just, take your old games, gussy them up a little bit, and resell them.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Re-release games like Tomb Raider, definitive. Ever since the new console generation came out, PS4, Xbox One, it's been, hey, definitive edition of Tomb Raider. It's got a little bit of frame rate, and they bump up the particles a little bit, and it's like, no! Devil May Cry definitive edition.
Yep,
what else? Dark Souls 2 is coming out again.
On the PS4.
Why not? GTA 5 came out again.
Yeah, just make it look better.
Yeah.
I mean, that always seems to happen during the console changeover, I feel like.
Well, it's a little different this time.
I mean, just the way they're marketing the whole damn thing is a little different this time.
Yeah.
I mean, it is GTA didn't do, the definitive edition.
No,
it
they
was
just came out.
GTA piece, it's a little higher frame rate, or not a higher frame rate now, but the graphics look a little better. It's on PS4.
I feel like they were closer to the end of the last generation, that it kind of just carried over, where other games like Devil May Cry came out 2 years ago, but now they're like, here's the definitive edition, or Sleeping Dogs did it. That's Square Enix, and they seem to do a lot of just definitive edition games.
All right, re-releases.
Re-releases.
Do you like them?
Do I like re-releases?
Yeah.
Yes, if it's a game I haven't played.
Understood.
But I don't mind if it's a game that I have.
Yeah, here's how I feel. If there's a re-release of a game that I really, really, really enjoy, I'll gladly pick it up again. Like I just heard they are re-releasing God of War 3.
Right.
They're going to do a re-release of that, which is update all the graphics.
I've never played God of War 3.
And my God, you need to. It's an amazing fucking game.
Now's the time.
And yeah.
Even Dark Souls 2. Someone got it for me for the PC. I was going to wait until the PS4 version of Dark Souls 2 and pick that out because I wanted the best possible version of it.
Right.
A couple of things. So my main points were going to be the previous generation lasted so long. First off, this generation, I think they've already designed it so it's going to be a lot shorter. Nintendo's already talking about their next one.
Holy shit.
The NX is coming, the next.
Well, I mean, they're already, the consoles have already fallen behind so far when it comes to the PCs.
They've always been.
I mean, I know they've always been there, but it seems like there's a bigger jump right now. Maybe that's just me, just because I've started gaming on PC a little more.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the consoles lead where graphics are. But I think the last generation took so long to upgrade. Because it was a good 10 years.
Yeah,
They had
it did.
7-year-old pieces of hardware that they were just doing.
Yeah.
That games were coming out on the previous generation that were being held back by the consoles. And they pushed it as far as they could, and then they had to tone things down. All the PC versions of games that came out on the Xbox 360 and the PS3 are what the definitive editions are on the PS4 now.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. The previous generation games, they were held back. They were just about next gen, but they couldn't do it on there. So now they're just bumping them up.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly feel even with the PS3, we've gotten to the point where graphics are pretty nowadays, no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still go back and play a PS3 game and be like, wow, this is really, really
I played Uncharted with my father the other day.
Yeah.
I was just like,
it's
wow,
gorgeous.
this is beautiful. He's like, wow, I'm playing a movie.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand how to move one analog stick in the other. So I'm like, Dad, you got to look that way. And he's running into a wall as he's turning the camera.
He's like Simon on the keyboard.
Yeah.
Just using one finger to WASD. Like, you fucking idiot.
I wish they would do an Uncharted re-release, honestly. I want those right now.
I guess there'll be a new one. I mean, I also heard, I guess they're doing a re-release of the Batman games.
Yeah, which is weird.
Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, I guess, for the PlayStation 4 updated graphics.
Isn't Night coming out in a week?
Huh?
Isn't Night coming out in a month or two? I thought.
3 months.
3 months? So when
June.
When the hell are they going to release this?
I don't know if they're going to put it out before or after. I don't really remember.
After's weird.
Yeah, after would be weird. But I mean, those two games, it's I bought them on a Steam sale, and it is interesting playing it on the PC where it is 60 frames per second. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have no problem with them saying, oh, we can take this game, and it already looks good on PC. It already has the same, kind of architecture, I guess. You can move it over to the PlayStation 4, keep it looking pretty, and just call it it's a re-release of these two awesome games.
See, that's the thing. It doesn't hurt anybody.
No.
This is one of those things where it's not like they're removing content for DLC. There's no bad side to this, other than maybe it's taking development time away from new games.
Maybe so.
But very little.
I don't know how much time it actually takes.
But then they did The Last of Us on the PS4. They did that re-release, the HD, which was awesome, by the way. I loved playing The Last of Us.
Yeah, I never did.
But they said when they were remaking that, it's not as simple as pushing a button. The PS3 was so intertwined, because those games look amazing, Uncharted, but they figured out how to get in there and do all this little stuff with the PS3 that
they have to
taking it
learn,
out is impossible to just on the PS4.
Right.
It's a lot of work there. So that's why with some games, I guess it doesn't come over.
But it's also a way for it's for games to live on, like especially, good games. Millions of people love this. We'll update it a little bit, and then we'll re-release it. And, it's honestly, I feel like it's a little better than just like saying, oh, here's just a complete re-release with like 30 frames per second. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're just trying to repackage it and sell it. Like, oh, it's on the PS4 now, but we really didn't touch it.
But that's kind of how I see them.
Sometimes
nowadays, and it was okay in the beginning because it was like, okay, Tomb Raider just came out on the PS3, why not? But now they're reaching really far back into the catalog of last gen. Like, here's God of War 3 from 7 years ago. Sure, because we can make a quick buck out of that.
Maybe so,
but
I don't mind that. Again, like I said, it's a great game.
Yeah.
Two, I would love to have it on my PlayStation 4 because every now and then I just get in that God of War. Like, I would love to play some God of War right now.
Check it out. Recently, what came out was Master Chief Collection on the Xbox One,
yeah.
which was a complete remake of Halo 2. And I feel like that part is a dying art. That is like one of the old kind of remakes. Resident Evil remake.
Resident Evil had a great remake.
Resident Evil had the old one on the PlayStation, then they completely redid the entire thing. But now, when they re-released it again, they just HD'd it a little bit and re-released it. So now it kind of speaks to the industry where back then it was like you had to redo everything. Now it's like, just make it a little prettier, people will buy it. Is it a way to make a quick buck?
I mean, I definitely think it's a way to make a quick buck, which is why they do it.
I mean, it's like, hey, we have...
Yes, re-release.
We release all our episodes, but in 60 FPS. We'll speed it up. Another thing I wanted to say about this whole thing is, right now, it seems like... Oh no, John's out of beer. Oh, God. We gotta hurry. Your fly's open.
It's cheaper than air conditioning.
Let me just get in there and...
Yeah, please zip
No,
up.
I'm not going to zip up your pants, John. Just... Okay. So anyways, I wanted to say that, like, games... Stop looking at me like that. Games... right now, there's very few games coming out, like, for next-gen consoles.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people have pointed that out. Like, game releases just keep getting delayed, and all the big games are very spread out compared to, like, maybe the previous generations.
That's also because their games are so expensive to make
That's
nowadays.
True.
They're not making as many AAA titles as they used to. I mean, that's why the indie scene's booming.
Yeah, but I was
it.
wondering if, all these re-releases are being done to fill those gaps. Maybe because Batman, kept getting delayed, they're like, maybe we should put this Batman out and make a couple of dollars while there's nothing else. Is that why this has become a trend? Because you can take those good old games and just put them on here, and there isn't anything new coming out. Like, what's the big game that just came out for consoles recently? The Order, Dying Light.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot right now for new consoles.
Cry.
Especially, on the consoles, it feels like there's not a lot new. I mean, I feel like the PS4, 3 or 4 years down the road, is going to have a nice padded library, and there's going to be more and more AAA games coming out, and more and more things on a regular basis.
But at this point, in the previous generation, I saw this a great video on GameStop, or GameSpot. GameStop. Let's go to GameStop and watch the videos. Hey, make sure you buy the latest adventure. There was a great video just about 2 years into the life cycle of the Xbox 360 and the PS3. We had so many amazing games. Like Call of Duty 4 came out that year. Halo 3. There was this huge list of just games that came out that year. And it was like, wow. Where right now we have maybe like 3 games that have come out at the same time. And it's not... So it's just... different. Games are more expensive.
They're certainly more expensive to make. I mean, you can understand what people... I mean, most game companies, they lose money at this point in time. The big AAA guys. I mean, some games make money. Call of Duty's make money. There's a lot, but like The Order, I don't know if The Order is going to make its money back.
I want to play it.
I don't.
I really do. But it's one of those $20 games.
It's like something I was in... Yeah, exactly. It was something I was interested in, but then it was like, you see the reviews where it's like, 1, it's short, and 2, there's a lot of I hate quick time events.
Press A.
Yeah. That's the other thing about God of War. Like, they have quick time events, but I don't know why they work in that game.
Maybe because of the brutality.
I think maybe the brutality of it, and also maybe just I don't know why they work in that game.
Well, like drinking a cup. Like if you have a cup standing there and it's like press X. Like, that's boring. But it's like, rip out the eyeball of the thing, tap it, like, ah!
No, that's true. It's like, maybe, it is a quick time event, but I'm rewarded with some amazing animation when I hit this button.
Yeah, it's not take off bra like heavy rain. So anyways, that's what we think about little re-release games coming out, blah, 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 industry, video game talk, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that was you jingling.
Yeah.
Did you jingle? I don't jingle.
I put my hand in my pocket and I have my keys. Oh, you going to get your keys?
I do.
You going to jingle them?
No.
Okay.
That's what they'd expect.
That is what they'd expect.
Anyways, guys, what do you think about re-release games? Please let us know in the comment section below. And also, leave a comment if you guys have any ideas for topics on Culture Shock. Because I think we've done a lot of these videos, and like I think we've said a lot of the things that we want to say.
Yeah.
And I feel like So if you guys have any new ideas or new topics, please leave a comment below. Send me a message. Do something, because we need new ideas. Hey, so anyways, make sure you like us on Facebook and go to Twitter and like us on Twitter. Do it. No, do it. Please don't listen to John. We got like 500 people in there, but we need more. No, don't scoff at my ideas. Don't scoff at my ideas.
I'm not scoffing. I have a cough.
Oh, he's coughing.